Hello, please let me know if you can hear me, please. Okay, please let me to drop it on the group that people should join. Please let me to join. Drop it in the group that people should join. That we are live. So welcome, everybody. And I'm supposed to have like a slide, but please let me to drop it on the group, and then we'll start. Okay, I think I'm just going to start. So I'm just going to start. So, like I said, the topic for today is okay. Yeah, thank you. So, the topic for today that I'll be talking about is how to make money within the blockchain industry. So, the blockchain industry, which is like Web3. But before we go into it, so the reason why this is a very important topic is that I don't know if any of us remember when like in the early 2000s it was very popular when they talk about people that were actually making it in like every industry. It was like the oil and gas sector. Like I remember when I had like people that were like uncles, then they were working in like oil companies, they were working in the gas oil and gas and all of that, or they were doctors. They were like the highly paid at that period of time, and then it was shifting. And I think from like 2010 upward, or like recently, like after COVID-19 as well, we saw the rise in everybody saying, oh, transition into tech, learn all of these things. And now, like within like 2022 till now, we now have every single person talking about artificial intelligence, blockchain, Web3, and all of that. I'm just trying to let us know the importance of this industry and going into 2025, how you can actually take advantage of it. The truth is, I'm going to explain what Web3 means, what the blockchain means, and how you can use it. And the first part of like transiting or moving into this sector is the fact that whatever skill that you have now, it is useful in this new field as well. Like if you have like a social media manager, a content writer, cyber security, data analysis, but as long as this industry is concerned, it is like really useful in this industry as well. So now it's but what I want to break it down so I can really understand what the industry is all about. So when we talk about Web3, what exactly does it mean? I know a lot of you would think it's just oh crypto, buy coin. No, Web3 crypto is just like an aspect of Web3. It's just like the finance. It's not even like a part of it, just like a little bit part of the finance aspect of Web 2. of Web3, sorry, that is what crypto is all about. I'm going to now explain, and I'm going to explain how you can earn crypto instead of even buying with like your Naira, how you can actually earn it and how you can transit into any feed that has to do with it going into like 2025. So, in the traditional way, we used to have like Web 1, then we have Web 2. Web 2 is currently what we use nowadays, where the content that we share is online, is controlled by like big tech companies. For example, the WhatsApp that we use, Instagram that we use, Facebook that we use, they're owned by the same company. The Twitter that we use, they are all owned by the same company. This platform where I am working on right now is owned by Google. And then Web 2, one of the limitations of it is that if, for example, Elon Musk says it's not doing again, and then you lose all your data, like you lose everything and then that's it. Or if WhatsApp says they stop working, because it's very funny, because we're using WhatsApp now does not mean the next 5 years WhatsApp might exist, Instagram might exist, Facebook might exist. So one of the major things, and like all of our media houses, everything that we use is controlled by big tech companies. Like if they tell you they are shutting down, it feels like the whole world is shutting down. And that is why you would go to places and then you want to um you want to like use something somewhere, and they say, oh, it's not usable in this country, this thing is not accessible. They start telling you to like access like VPN, which means that the world is not even connected together. And that is why they created Web3. And then Web3 is meant to tackle this particular problem. So what Web3 is going to do is that there is not going to be like a single controller. So what they call the blockchain is that every single of us would be like in a node, will be connected in a node, like in blocks. The node is in like in blocks, and then will be chained together, which means that if, for example, I say I'm not doing again, I have to take your permission before I can say I'm not doing again. I cannot single-handedly, just like Facebook, you just say they want to shut down, and that is why Web3 exists, so that we'll be able to like have limited control on the internet. There's not going to be just like a single boss, and then there'll be so many people like controlling the internet. Like you cannot just say you're not doing. And also one of the major advantage of Web3 as well is that it is fast. Whatever you are trying to do all around the world, it is really really fast. Like you can I've talked about Valora like previously. If you use like Bitcoin, if you transact with all of these things, you realize that I can send coin, I can send anything to anybody in China, in UK, in Canada in seconds. Unlike a traditional bank where a country will tell you you cannot do this, you cannot do that, and have all of these limitations. Although most companies or most countries currently, they've not fully accepted, even here in Nigeria, is not fully like accepted. Like we do not use this, like we do not use um crypto, we do not use like blockchain as a medium of exchange yet. Like we don't use it to transact. Although like you can receive, like you can do all of that, but we do not use it to transact like usually in this country, like buying and selling of things. And you know the way we go to our banks where everything is frustrated, you want to send money, all of that. Those are some of the things like Web3 is coming to tackle. There will not be like a single bank that will just be controlling. The World Bank is just saying all of us do this. That is what. Although one of the limitations that most countries are concerned about is that sometimes if something does not have like a boss, there's tendency of let me call it, I don't even know how to describe it, but there's tendency of like disagreements here and there, and it can become really powerful. So most countries are scared of actually like saying, oh, they've approved. Like, but most companies are even actually opening up to it. Even recently, when Donald Trump won, is actually one of like the major influencers of it, like through Elon Musk and all of that. So one of the major concept of it is there's something we call decentralization, which is that unlike the Web 2 that we have, where all our data are controlled in the hands of Google, Facebook, so Web3, its aims is to distribute power among users. So all of you, us as a user, we have like power over it. Also, it is based on tokens. So now instead of like spending, for example, now crypto is not like real life. Everything that has to do with Web3 is not like something you can hold like physically. they are all like digital, like you cannot see any of them physically. So it is what do they call it? So it is cryptocurrency based. So, and that is what Web3 means. I'm just trying to explain so I can know the importance of it. And now we're now in the era of artificial intelligence as well. I'm very sure you have your WhatsApp, any app that you use currently, they all have artificial intelligence. As much as people will say, oh, lazy people, as much as I even say people are lazy or like you use AI for everything, the truth is that every single thing, every single company, they are trying to find people that know how to use artificial intelligence. You would find people that were data engineers, data scientists, data analysts, they are becoming machine language engineers. You find people that are software engineers, they are moving into blockchain engineers because that is the future of the web. And you don't want to be caught behind. I used to remember when the wave of tech when it first started, and people that took advantage of it, they are the one that actually made like a lot of money. And that is why you have to move as the world moves. Because when you have like basic knowledge of some things, you just need additional things to add to it. For example, I know like at least like four programming languages. To become a blockchain engineer, I only need to learn like smart contracts and probably just an extra programming language. So you can see how it's going to be easy for you when you have like a skill previously. So one of the key features is then it has like security. There is no how with blockchain, there is no data breaches and all of that. So you can actually read more on it. And now let me go into the most important aspect that I am here for, which is how you can actually transition into it. So like I said, the rise of it. Okay, for example now, why I actually realized this was that um when this year like I had the opportunity to like work like in-house with like a blockchain company, and then I realized that, for example, if you're a graphic designer and you are charging 10,000 naira for a graphic design. If you design a graphics for someone in Web3, they will pay you 10 times what they will pay like a regular graphic designers. For example, now if you're a social media manager, like you have a good portfolio, you are sound at it, they would pay you like 5 times what you are paid ordinarily. And that's because a lot of people have not adopted it. It's still in its early stages. It's still new, and there's not so many people that are doing it. One of my friend is a product designer, he designs products. And recently, I think around October, he started, and because okay, he started designing like building a portfolio for blockchain companies. He started designing like for wallets, apps, and all of that. And I will tell you that within 2 months, his life has changed. Like just because he moved from what he was doing regularly and just did samples on Web3. And that's because most companies now, all the venture capitals, all the tech ops, and all of that, they are currently investing in Web3. Like it's very certain that if you put your money into any blockchain company, have you seen how Bitcoin like the increase like within months, not to talk of within years? So companies have seen all of these things and they are willing to like put all their money into this. And that is why when you are in this like industry, people are currently well paid. I was seeing a salary for like cybersecurity a cybersecurity that works in blockchain, and someone that is not working in blockchain that is still in this cybersecurity is not half as paid as this. That's because how companies pay, like how it makes sense, payments make sense is that, for example, when companies, for example, when you want to see companies that people invest in, everybody will shout that in Nigeria that it's only fintech. Everybody is creating a fintech app. We have OP, PAMPay, Money Points. We have all of those apps that there are other industries that people can invest in. The truth is, if you can invest your money as well in those companies, you can try it. People only invest their money in profitable things that will give them returns on their investments. If, for example, I want to start a company today, I will go towards like money, towards like education, towards like health. I think those are the niches that I'm very sure that has money. But when you start saying you are going into agriculture, we know the high risk, we know all of these things. So you can see like all the fintech companies, it feel like they are doing the same thing, but that is because their industry is booming. Their staffs are well paid. If you see a social media manager that works with all these great finance, they are paid in Nigeria, like a Nigerian company, they are getting paid as a social media manager working at great finance, working at all of these companies, they're getting paid as high as 500K, which if you are just like a regular social media manager, you might not be as paid as that. But what these people did different was that they transitioned earlier. They switched like roles, like they switched roles earlier. If I'm a content writer and currently most Web3 companies, especially this November that we just finished, or that is finishing today, most of them got funds to put in their company. They're investing in like content marketing. They need people to write blog posts for them, people to do all of these things for them. If you're already a content writer, start writing for this niche as well. Start writing for this niche. If you are a copywriter, start working towards this. Email marketer, start building your portfolio toward this, because it is the next like booming industry, like at the moment. If you are a graphic designer, some of the most profitable niches currently are like if you a profit designer, a graphic designer, a product designer, a content creator, a content writer, a copywriter, and all of these aspects. Those are like the social media managers, community managers, before I forget. And you know the funniest thing about it is that they are well paid. I'm saying this, I do not really like to like give figures or like talk about money, but they like that is like the major industry that is well paid currently. Because you would see, so for example, I work as ambassador, like ambassador content creator, and I work with marketing team at Valora. And even just working as ambassador, they pay us in USDT, which is like crypto. But in a regular like companies, I've created content for companies. They will never pay those amount that these companies will pay you. I see like a lot of them. I actually started building my Twitter towards that, and I have less than 60 followers, and I was just like posting regularly. And I don't like talking about figures, but I know how much I know how there's so much opportunity for you to explore in Web3. And the best right time to start is now. Now that we're entering into the new year, currently now, like employments, get new starts, most of those things will relax at the moment that we are now. But best believe that entering into January, most of these companies have gotten funds. There are so many roles. There's what we call the ambassador roles in Web3. If you go on Twitter now and type ambassador rules or ambassador something something, just type ambassador on Twitter, you will see like hundreds of Web3 blockchain companies that need ambassadors, that need content creators. Because it is a new industry, most of them are looking for people to create content about their brand. And guess what? They do not even they do not even care if you have like so much followers or you do not. What they are currently all about is brand awareness and you know the competition, because when a new industry is starting now, there's so much competition. There are so many other people that are doing the same thing they are doing. So at this point, it's like the survival of the fittest. Everyone is trying to put themselves out there, trying to go to Africa, trying to go to this country, trying to go to that country. So they want as many people. Some roles they will tell you to have like 100 ambassadors per country, will pay you $50 per month. You pay. Some people have, I currently do not do it, but I know people that have like up to 10 ambassador roles. 10 ambassador roles is nothing less than $2,000. If you have like 10 ambassador roles, just less than $2,000. You see, like young people. I'm really amazed how this thing, like within like just a year or 2 years, like web that the blockchain industry like is going viral. I talk about my friend that is a product designer. I talk about my brother that is a graphic designer as well. Like he design graphics, and I'll just tell him be designing towards like Web3 companies, and that is it. And then there are so many opportunities. We have like moderators. You can make money as a moderator, and they are paid well. Like I'm not. It might not be well that you're talking about. I'm just talking about some entry level roles opportunities as well. Moderators, what do? Manage If they have, for example, now if they have like live class like this, you be the one moderating all the members. If they have like Twitter spaces, you are the one moderating them. They have what they call the DGen. So what they do is that if, for example, I tweet about something, like I tweet about Web3 or something, your work is to retweet, repost, comment, share to other people. But you are actively retweeting all that company's posts. Like once the company make a post, you are actively retweeting it, dropping a comment, and they pay them as much. I think $50. I usually it's $50 weekly. I need people that make money from it. You would see community managers; they are very paid. They are well paid as high as $500. All you have to do with community managers, I'll tell you, try and learn how to use Discord. Discord is like the major platform. Try and be on Twitter. Twitter is like the major platform for like Web3 and probably LinkedIn. But try Discord, have like a Telegram, have your Telegram username, like register your Telegram. There's a way you can have like a username that's when they ask you that what's your Telegram username, you automatically have a username. Excuse me, because major things for Web3 blockchain happens on Telegram, on Discord, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and all of that. Start doing like little of these things that I'm talking about. Start putting yourself out there. Start connecting with other people. I also have this website. It's called the Super N Team. Super Team. Super Team. So there are different aspects of, just like the way we have like everywhere. There are different aspects of like Web3 as well, of blockchain companies. We have Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is like the most popular, like everyone knows about Bitcoin. We have Solana, we have Ethereum, and then we have Coinbase recently. So we have these very popular four. And with these four industries, they are like competing against each other. As much as Bitcoin is not even their main, but these other three, they are like competing with each other. Because they're competing with each other, they are looking for people to like put them at the front in like different companies. See, like this is like the growing stage of the company. The money is too much. I'm not even going to lie. Like it's too much out there. Like m- people are seriously investing in it. That's the truth. Like venture capitals, billionaires, like billionaires, footballers. This is where everybody is putting their money in. So there is so much opportunity at the moment. So I think I'm done talking about it. Basically, what I just expect you to do is to just learn the basics. The basics range from what is Web3, the industry, the basic things. Just know how blockchain works, the different aspect of blockchain, the companies I talk about like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and all of that. Just know like the basic things, and then just so that you can just know, okay, this is where I want to work with, this is what I want to do. And the sweet part of it is that you do not even need to learn any new skill. You just need to know, understand blockchain. And if you even go to my Instagram page, you can learn about blockchain on my technical labs. Like I have like explanatory video. But you don't even need to learn any skill. Any skill that you have currently right now, best believe you can use it to work. Any skill at all. You just have to like just separate it and move into the Web3 from Web2, which is like the internet that we use. Oh, you're a social media manager for all of this. But now the world is moving into like Web3, and then you're just trying to transition. I just like to hold this class because it's just important for us to know like the important industries going into 2025, and if there is anything that you need to do going into 2025. If you're a tester, like test for blockchain industry, like just niche currently. If you're a writer, a copywriter, email marketer, data analyst, product designer, software developer, all of those aspects, just try and like transition into community managers, social media management, graphic designers, content creator. And one other thing I want to talk about as well is that in 2025, I feel like everybody should try and become like a content creator, because just because it's very important for everybody to become a content creator, honestly, because it just increases your chance in like everything. Like it increases your chance. You don't even have to like. I saw something on. I can't remember where I saw it. Where these days people do not put jobs out there. They just search for people that are already doing it and just give them and just tell them to come and do it. Unlike before where you like have to like nobody wants to go through the interview stage, 200 interview stage. But what they can see that you do, like just start like doing it. Just start like doing it. Just like that, like talking about whatever that you have to do, whatever that you have to offer, and then just like all of that. So that is it. So if you have like any question, you can drop it in the group. I'm going to save this so that we can watch the recording after this session. So you can drop a question in the chat box, and again I'm going to reply it. Just drop a question in the chat box so that I can reply to whatever that we have to reply. I'm waiting. The project manager, like whatever industry that you are in, just try and I'm not asking you to switch totally, but just so that it has so much opportunities and it's actually more profitable. It is more high paying than any other industry at the moment. So if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe now, subscribe. I'm still waiting. Oh, is there any question? I'm waiting to know. Is there any question? So, in the absence of no question, so I'm going to end this stream, but you can ask a question on the group. So that's all for now. See you guys next week, and good night, everybody.